kabar? Bentar lagi lebaran atau sudah lebaran? saya kurang tahu dengan hari apa itu libur. Mari kita lanjut. Injakan. Beda-bedanya. Oke. Kemarin habis eksperimen ya. Kemarin tuh eksperimen di sini gitu. Jadi bereksperimen sendiri tuh.
Wind against my vines.
Gue coba tembusin nggak bisa kan, siapa tahu ngebug gitu kan, ada bug gitu kan, nggak tembus guys. Terus tapi ada satu problem yang mungkin mereka nggak bakal kira ya, ini kan tinggi nih, itu tinggi banget kan. Terus ya udah gue ke atas sini nih, gue ke atas sini, terus ya udah dari atas sini, terus gue klik kiri, jadi ngebug, nggak mau turun. Terus ya udah di sini ada beberapa style gini kan, kayak gini bisa gue foto. Oh iya, salah background. Nah masalahnya di sini kalau misalkan kemarin tuh gini gitu. Ini grafiknya gua, kenapa grafiknya nggak patah-patah kayak biasa, karena gua ya ini jalan terus guys. Pakai apa, atasnya tuh lumayan gede, nggak kecil. Bentar, kok gue baru lihat itu? Kemarin harusnya gue foto sama itu aja ya. Iya juga. Oh iya betul. Oke, kita balik ke judul. Kita menjalani misi ya. Misi apa tuh? Si Pama ya guys ya. Monitor gua satu lagi udah ini guys. Udah nggak mau bangkit. Tahu nih, gua belum coba colok cabut lagi sih. Kemarin kan colok cabut kan. Makanya dia bisa bangkit ya. Ini banyak nih yang belum gua jalanin nih. Supply ya, gue menyebutnya supply nih. Luas terisa 100 misalnya. Lumayan kalau misalkan lu mau gacha ya kan. Oh, gue nggak ada nih. Aduh, gue nggak ada ini nih, nggak ada apa namanya, nggak ada asteroid. Apa asteroid ya kan, nggak ada apa nih. Ya kan? Udah gue jalanin ini aja nih satu-satu ya kan, enak gitu. Banyak banget. Belum pada jalan semua. Jadi gue coba jalanin nih. Head cost itu terlalu banyak, itu sengaja buat supply ya. Dia orang pada greedy di awal kan, nggak usah, nanti saja.
Can you keep up?
Ini sayangnya nggak bisa terbang di tempat lain.
Can you keep up?
Padahal enak terbang di tempat lain. Dong fiturnya di
Can you keep
universal
up?
lah. Boleh kali. Terus kemarin ada kan, ini kan gua ada lucunya sumpah. Gua kan kalau misalkan udah main atau apa gitu biasa gue lupa guys. Tapi ingat-ingat dikit gitu. Coba gue buka lagi nggak ya gitu kan. Kan gue kan ini kan jadi akun ini tuh sebenarnya gue udah minjemin ke temen gue kan. Subscriber juga, tapi udah jadi teman karena apa? Bagi gue sih udah jadi teman ya, karena udah ketemu. Kalau online doang belum bisa. Ya walaupun ada satu orang yang udah gue approve untuk ngechat ya. Subscriber tapi belum pernah ketemu karena beda kontinen. Beda kontinen,
Gently does it?
beda wilayah, jauh. Nyebrang pulau guys.
Quickly and swiftly.
Kan
Can you
gue
keep
sempat
up?
mainin kan, terus gue bingung. Lah, kan gue kemarin kan di sini. Kemarin gue di mana ya? Apa gue mainin lagi gitu kan? Kadang-kadang nggak sadar guys kalau mainin lagi.
It's morphin time.
Ini adalah mode kendaraan.
Think you can catch up?
Bang, suara lu kenapa gitu? Kalau misalkan
This
nanya,
is so much fun.
kalau kali juga nggak apa-apa. Oh, pilek gua guys. I don't know why. Tidak usah. Walaupun saya baru pertama kali kayaknya daily quest. Gue selama main ini nggak pernah daily quest. Beda sama Genshin. Kalau Genshin kan daily quest dapat ini kan, dapat apa sih? Primo game ya kalau nggak salah ya. Dapat primo game kan. Udah lama nggak megang itu game soalnya. Terus ya udah, gua udah jalanin lah. Why not gitu kan, primo game, lumayan. Kalau ini masalahnya dapetin dari sini nih activity, bukan dari daily quest. Jadi lu mau dapetin dari ini mau ngapain aja juga boleh. Sama dapetin dari itu. Kemarin gue bisa nuker gini ya, tapi udah habis. Gue mau gacha guys. Gue tuh mau gacha ya kan. Gue nggak mau Carmelia sih. Ini ada banyak ini. Gue mau gacha. Weapon nih kayaknya belum pernah digacha masalahnya. Oh udah deh, kemarin ya. Bulan 2 tanggal 15 ya kayaknya. Nah, gue mau gacha lagi, gue bingung ngambil apa gitu. Kemarin gue nggak dapet brand sih, halapiti. Ya udahlah. Jadi kita ngambil waifu kita guys. Nanti banner selanjutnya. Tabung lagi. Main mission mana main mission? Jauh. Kita udah ada aero ya. Gue pakai earphone dulu nih. Monitor gue udah tinggal satu nih ya, by the way. Jadi kalau misalkan kalian lihat gue punya kotak-atik, mohon maaf nih. Monitor kedua gue nggak mau nyala, nggak mau start up-nya.
Be a good woolly now.
Jadi gue di sini ada beberapa build ya. Yang kemarin tuh yang tadi kayaknya itu build buat pergi.
One sheep, two sheep,
Kalau
three.
nggak pakai earphone nggak enak guys.
Where was I?
Karena apa, kita full experience gitu kan. Use earphone for full experience. Gue udah apa ya, program mobile juga kemarin mau bikin kan, cuma aduh language baru lagi. Terus kemarin gue bingung juga kan, apa beda kali ya bikin website sama apa namanya, sama bikin aplikasi. Gue lihat kemarin pada sama sih, cuma gue bingung. Ini ada yang di VS Code, ada yang di tempat lain gitu loh. Oh, earphone-nya gue belum kebuka.
You there, Upster?
What's up?
Gue nggak tahu ya Genshin masih ngomong atau enggak ya. Cuma kalau
It's taking longer for Abby to connect.
kalau gua nih banyak ngomongnya MC.
Nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all.
Gue demen.
Oh,
Karena
earlier,
MC-nya
when I was half asleep,
nggak bisu,
I
cuy.
came up with this great idea for finding the sentinel.
Sama ini.
Hear it.
Oh iya, satu lagi masalah di Genshin. Yang paling gue jengkel ada.
They're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky. Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
Sama
Tower
dia mulutnya nggak sinkron.
See, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground.
Genshin tuh kok nggak demen karena mulutnya nggak
In the
sinkron.
shape you're in. Are you
Masuk
sure you
aku.
could fly that far?
Hey, come on. It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Eglet Town would be a perfect launch pad.
Apa di kode scale? Suara gue harusnya aman lah ya. Siapa tuh? Oh,
Music
gila,
itself
animasinya
holds
sih.
no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
Jangan. Apa ini? Yearning and Sorrow, jelek amat. Misalnya War, nggak ada feeling sosok ya.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece.
Ah, ini nggak ada auto, kenapa nggak auto?
Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have
Oh,
met
ada
you.
Bart. Ada Bart. Jadi keinget sama ini VMT. Aero Rover guys ya.
Paid a lot to find you.
Akhirnya keluar elemental angin coy.
House, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise,
Awal-awal kita dikasih
surprise,
light
the
ya.
melody led
Habis
me
itu,
right to you.
Yang kedua dark. Yang
I
ketiga angin.
suppose this won't
Ntar
count
kayaknya
as me getting
keempat
distracted,
petir.
right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has
Api
something
nggak tahu ya.
happened?
Api kemudian kayaknya agak kecil.
Lady
Dia
Carlotta
bukan
told me you
tipe rover
encountered the
banget,
supposed
bukan
martyred
rover.
maiden.
Dia bukan tipe
How did
rover
you?
banget soalnya.
She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartathea since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Oh iya, ngomong soal
It's a
frekuensi.
little tricky to explain. in
Kemarin
words.
katanya ada news. Gak
Think
tau bener atau enggak ya.
in an immersive
Newsnya tuh
portrait.
jadi
Can
orang
you tell me about your meeting with
orang
Cartathea?
lagi demo kan.
The more
terus
details, the better.
Dibubarin,
Yes, all those
saya
things count.
dipisahin sama antara infrared atau frekuensi. Jadi orang yang kena infrared atau frekuensi itu pada panik karena mereka kayak kebakar tapi nggak kebakar, terus kayak kejatuhan tapi nggak kejatuhan.
Let's see here.
Jadi manipulasi kita sekarang udah
notes
mainnya
here.
bukan pakai visual guys,
emotions
udah pakai
there.
frekuensi, dan itu gue nggak suka
Textures.
sebenarnya.
That should do it.
Mengganggu sekali. Dengan wifi aja frekuensi itu udah bisa keganggu guys. Mungkin beberapa orang nggak berasa ya, cuma gue berasa guys. Kayak gue waktu itu di desa sama di kota tuh beda banget.
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Wah, waktu di awal-awal nostalgic. Ini nih cewek itu
Into
tuh.
my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Yes.
Laureate.
Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment. But this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Yep.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
I don't know.
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart!
Ah, maksudnya?
Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked
Asik
about.
power mode.
Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
You can see Abby.
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. No, there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the
Gak ada Bindo kah? Gue nggak pakai Bindo bahasa Indonesia ya guys. Kita sambil belajar bahasa Inggris.
Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Dan gue kadang agak susah untuk translating ke bahasa Indonesia. Sorry to say ya. Ini bukan berarti gue nggak terlalu ngerti. Emang ada beberapa yang gue nggak ngerti. Cuma gue nggak bisa translasi ke bahasa Indonesia literal gitu. Kayak kalimatnya oke. Gitu.
Its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Di satu sisi gue glad sih sama beberapa game juga udah mulai pakai bahasa Indonesia kan. Cuma di satu sisi gue kurang suka karena translasinya itu kadang-kadang kurang bagus guys. Kurang bagus.
Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the
Karena
Threnodian.
bahasa Indonesia tuh lumayan kompleks untuk bahasa bakunya. Sedangkan yang untuk ditranslasi itu yang dipakai translationnya tuh apa? Dia tuh nggak pakai bahasa baku, jadi susah. Sedangkan orang di Indo kan bahasa baku mulai ditinggalin kan, banyak yang ditinggalin
Abby
lah.
has a nose for these sort of things. We came
Iya,
across
susah.
Threnodian powers before in Jinjo.
Masa ingin mencet
So
skip
it's
dari
safe
sini?
to say
Jangan,
Abby can be trusted.
saya baru di sini, jadi kita nonton
Do you
saja.
think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions,
Tapi
let's
lama ya, kalau lama gue juga ngantuk lama-lama sih. Kalau ngobrol doang dengan lagu
current situation.
santai ini ya kan.
It's possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle
Di sampai sini
alongside
kayak
Baca.
lagu-lagu di nggak tahu ya, menurut gua doang. Lagu-lagu kayak di
The reason behind
makanan
losing all your power.
di restoran kelas atas yang harganya berjuta-juta satu meja.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well.
Kayak lagu kayak begitu cuy. lagu kalem lah.
After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden trying to regain her powers.
Ini kalau playable karakter gua ambil guys. Beneran si Kartetia ini kalau playable karakter gua ambil. Selain ini ya, selain si siapa namanya? Apa gua? Selain si gue lupa ya. Cewek awal-awal itu loh.
Gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities.
Ya biru
I
siapa
braced
ya?
myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in
Nanti
that tower.
lupa gue namanya.
I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
Just break it open lah.
I'm afraid that won't do.
Well,
That barrier
you never
also
try.
acts as the
How do you
power
know?
source that maintains the
Asik.
sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed,
Okay, don't.
the entire sphere
Done.
will collapse.
Then don't.
The ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
Okay. Understood.
You said
Understood.
no one can get
Don't
it.
do it.
Has anyone tried?
Yes, I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Karakter baru itu. Si Abby kan hero.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
Hah?
It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Oke.
Rover? Rover? Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
Ini boleh juga nih kalau jadi karakter nih. Tau kayaknya bintang 4 sih kayaknya. Support. Wah, Kuro. Surprise juga loh.
So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song. I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. My name is Sebastian. As per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
The Phasalia family. The one that's likely worshipping the Thrnodian. Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings.
Main game apa aja, Bang? Gue Baca sih. Ini salah satunya. Cuma gue agak belakangan ini lagi jarang main karena lagi mikirin ide buat program kan. Banyak sih, gue ada Sword Art Online yang lagi gue download ya. Sword Art Online, Rainbow Six Siege. Itu katanya Rainbow Six itu katanya bakal gratis katanya. Gue nggak tahu ya. Katanya bakal gratis. Kalau gratis main nih guys. Lumayan oke lah. Tapi nggak tahu cheater ya. Cuma Ubisoft sering banget sih nampilin yang di kanan atas tuh. Di kanan atas ini nanti kebenet, orang-orang kebenet.
She's just as
R6.
unpredictable as the
Terus
rumors
apa
say.
lagi? Yang gue ingat R6. Suatu tahun online gue baru download.
I suppose you
Terus
would want to know more about her before taking
apa
up her
Knight ya,
invitation,
gue
hmm?
lupa. Hollow Knight.
She's known to be a recluse and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family.
Oh, ini yang
I've heard
jellyfish
quite
itu
a few
jangan-jangan.
rumours. Which one would you like to hear first?
I love it.
I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangled.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. You will make me sleep again.
Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So,
Lama ya?
ready to dive right in?
Nope. I want to move on.
Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the order
Wah,
of the
bahaya nih.
Deep,
Gua
and their
karakternya
craft of
cakep-cakep,
extracting
bagus-bagus ini.
toxins from aquatic plants is a
Dia punya
legacy
ability juga
passed on
unik-unik.
for generations.
Jadi gua ada ini guys, ada nggak tahu tiba-tiba masuk ke otak gua ya.
The new head of household
Kan Kuro, ini kan Kuro Games ya.
ingest each other's
Ya
poisons
mungkin kita
and
dengerin dulu
wait
aja
to
deh.
see who's still breathing when it's all over.
Once soalnya kayak gini-gini event kayak gini cuma
Stories about
sekali.
the current
Nggak
head
bisa
of the
diulang,
Phasalias
kecuali
get
lo mau
even
ngulang.
wilder. They
Dan
say
itu jauh.
she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor.
Wah,
Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it. In any case, the
kita
Phasalia
pilih yang bawah,
family
wajib.
she's
Karena
someone
kita belum
they
ketemu
can't
orang kan,
handle with
dan itu cuma rumor ya. Gitu. Jadi pilih yang bawah, nggak boleh ngejudge langsung.
I'd be extra careful if I were you.
Gue tuh hampir nggak pernah percaya kalau dia omong sama orang.
The way
Kayak
she
apa?
describes
Orang ini
the
tuh
head
gini
of
gini gini.
Phasalia
Nggak sampai gue ketemu ya kan, gue liat
reminds me of
mukanya
how
ya kan.
Curtis
Abis
Field
itu
spoke about the
abis
wandering figure by
abis
the
itu gue
barrier.
bercoba ngobrol ya kan.
I can't rule
Pengen tahu
out the
lebih.
possibility that they're
Siapa
the
tahu
same
yang
person.
orang ngomong kayak gitu
Looks like I'll need to pay her a
ada
visit.
cause ya kan. Ada alasannya kenapa dia seperti itu. Ya, kita lanjut bahas yang Kuro.
Bullies, let's race!
Jadi yang Kuro itu ya guys ya. Jadi sebenarnya
This is so much fun!
ini suara gue kecil soalnya. Masukin ke 50. Yang Kuro itu gue ada ide ya, nggak tahu ya bisa atau enggak ya. Ide gue itu adalah Kuro X Hoyo ya kan. Game apa bang Kuro X Hoyo? Ada tapi. Pokoknya tapi ide utamanya tuh Kuro Games itu dia punya ini, dia yang megang gameplay. Kuro Games yang megang gameplay, yang megang story sama story deh. Yang megang storynya tetap story sama lagu boleh kali ya. Ya lagu di mix sama Kuro juga lah. Tapi megang story full di siapa? Full di Mihoyo ya kan. Main Wuwa tapi F2P susah gak sih bang? Gue sih sampai saat ini nggak susah sih. Justru gue demennya sama Wuwa alias Kuro Games itu, lu bisa main bebas guys. Lu nggak mau gacha pun juga boleh. Lu bisa ngembangin karakter lu gitu loh, ngeri gak? Gue ada tahu dikasih tahu kalau beberapa orang tuh, beberapa teman dari temannya gue, dia pakai karakter biasa doang, pakai karakter ini. Pakai karakter ini OP cuy.
As we
OP.
head toward our shared
Ini
future,
kan karakter gue belum nih.
leaving the past behind.
Tetap OP, jadi nggak kayak Genshin. Nah ini gue nggak sukanya Genshin. Oh ya game. Gue nggak sukanya Genshin tuh lo harus gacha untuk lo lumayan progres atau mempermudah progres. Sedangkan kalau Wuwa itu enggak. Wuwa tuh nggak terlalu gacha. Game gua nih mana ya? Kalau full screen nggak bisa nih. Kayak gini aja. Ah, gampang lah. Nih gue CS ya kan, ini sebenarnya diajak sama temen gue sih, R6. Gua tuh main aja guys, gua santai, nggak kayak Genshin. Ini Hollow Knight, R6 ini sama ini. Ini Sword Art Online. Oh lanjut dengan ide gue anjay. Kan katanya ada rumor juga nih Marvel mau Marvel mau collab sama si siapa sih, gue lupa namanya. Aduh, nama ininya. Marvel sama DC ya kan. Marvel mau collab sama DC ya kan. Terus nah, gue nih belum ide gue nih justru Kuro sama si MiHoYo gitu. Kuro di gameplay, MiHoYo di story. Wah, itu game baru itu sangat bagus, gue yakin. Kalau mereka bisa kerja sama. Sekali lagi, kalau mereka bisa kerja sama. Tuh. Kan, who knows ya, MiHoYo kalau di mata gue ya, mereka cuan banget. Maunya cuan banyak ya kan. Makanya kalau misalkan di MiHoYo tuh rata-rata whaler yang main. Whaler tuh apa bang? Whaler tuh orang-orang yang berduit banyak, yang buang-buangin duit lah ini, yang nge-spend duit, nge-spend duit banyak di tempat-tempat tertentu, itu whaler namanya. Jadi MiHoYo tuh whaler. Nah sedangkan Kuro Games ini ya orang-orang biasa aja gitu. Lo mau free pun gak ada masalah gitu. Ya tapi kalau misalkan lo mau dapetin karakter ya 2 bulan sekali gitu. Nah kalau MiHoYo itu 2 bulan sekali lo belum tentu dapat karakter cuy, masalahnya. Enaknya di sini tuh 2 bulan sekali, gue nggak tahu ya. Cuma gue ada, aduh, settingnya nggak bisa dilihat dong. Ada minusnya kalau apa namanya, kalau MiHoYo. Ini ada ini juga nih.
Hello. I received Jacona's memo. To think the head of the Thessalians approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? I invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to
Ya
intervene.
gitulah pokoknya.
That being said,
MiHoYo di
if
story,
the
gua di
Thessalians try
gameplay.
anything
Gua di
against you,
gameplay,
I'll
Kuro di
get you
gameplay.
out. Even if it
Wah, itu
means
udah
storming
the
through
best
their
tuh.
front gates.
Apalagi lu bikin
I'll keep
story
looking
game,
for more information as
bikin
the
game yang
person
kayak
has the
GTA.
evidence to you. I'll call you as soon as I find it.
Gila jawaban gua. Merinding gua.
Got it.
Karena gua ngeliat story-nya apa MiHoYo tuh jujur aja bagi gua lumayan bagus, sama apa deep-nya tuh bagus. Nggak tahu ya, kalau Kuro kan masih baru nih. Tapi kalau misalkan Wa itu gue ngeliat kayak story-nya, wah ini mah karakter utamanya pasti terlalu OP nih, udah jelas nih terlalu OP lah, inilah itulah gitu. Nggak ada progresnya banget gitu loh. Dia ini karakter utamanya udah, ini pokoknya karakter utama ini yang ngatur semuanya gitu kan. Oh iya, sama karakter itu siapa ya yang gue bilang?
Time for another adventure?
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Sih, terus satu ini gue minusnya ya, gue kalau suka game ini tuh
Bullies, let's race!
kagak bisa ngeliat full karakter gitu loh. Jadi kita kayak mungkin ya orang dengan lihat karakter-karakter yang lain yang belum dapat jadi stres, kan ada orang kayak
Time
gitu.
for another adventure?
Aduh, kok gak dapat karakter ini gitu kan misalkan. ada foto spot lah pemainnya sih.
It's morphin time.
Nah ini set kendaraan guys. Woi, kok ke situ bro? Kita ganti ke set utama.
Can you keep up?
Siapa ya namanya karakternya? Bentar gue mau nyari dulu guys, penasaran. Wuthering Waves. Oh iya, tayar list aja langsung. Storekeeper, nah storekeeper. Terus sekarang fotonya ini juga mode foto udah lumayan bagus ya.
Now, if you'll please just...
So glassy. Gila, gue ngeliat gelas. Lihat kaca serem guys. Kaca ya, bukan cermin ya. Ya cermin juga sama sih. Masalahnya gue pernah kesusupan apa? Kaca. Sakitnya nggak ketolongan guys. Beda sama susupan kayu. Bener. Lu senggol dikit kayak kebesot lagi. Udah mana bening kan nggak terlalu kelihatan. Itu dicabut sama teman gue tuh. gue sendiri gak berani nyabut tuh. Serem. Sakit. Gue cuma nekan jari gue biar sakitnya nggak di kaca itu, karena di jari guys. Itu di jari, di dekat ujung. Kan lumayan sensitif ya ujung jari ini.
One moment, please. I shall inform milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary.
Gila.
To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Sabar dulu.
Can you keep up?
Eko apa ini?
Can you keep up?
Gue pakai resonator gue apa ya? Storynya makin menarik.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Gue pakai ini. Ya, mohon maaf ya, emang supply gue dikit guys. Crit rate gue 12%. Gue full attack ya, eko gue ya. Oh ini eko gue masih kecil ya. Nggak usah lah, udahlah, cukup lah, normal aja lah, dulu amat lah. Tinggi banget anjir, ini iya ya. Bentar, si Carlota ini karakter paling pendek guys, paling pendek sumpah. Oh, ini sama. Ini setup apa ya? Oh ini setup tok nih. Setup apa ya? Wong. Ada ya? Ini Sabah. Aku udah satu support sih. Oh, salah. Tuh, Carlota ini paling pendek cuy. Pendek banget lagi. Kasian gue sama Carlota, kurang gizi kayaknya. Waduh.
Won't you have a seat?
Okay.
I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
Is the tea poison or not? I'm worried about poison, not the tea. Are you poisoned or not? Guys, gimana guys? Hasil outcome-nya beda apa sama guys? Guys. Apologizing. Okay, apologize. Apologize accepted.
This tea, is it from Jinjo?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Anjing gak
Before
dijawab.
we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would
Kagak
seem
dijawab.
To's mind is beyond saving.
Oi.
But let's not dwell on
Wah,
that.
jengkel.
What is your opinion on the current state of Laguna?
Tahu gitu kagak gue minum tehnya.
So you've noticed something is amiss. As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of the Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Yes! Answer me, you lady!
And the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded.
How?
The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
You are the one to talk, given how strange your family have been acting. Yep.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Something. Masa kagak dijawab teh dari mana? Ada something. Item. Look. Item.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order.
Is it?
But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
Orangnya bisa dipinggirin gak ya? Oke. Kita foto model lagi bisa. Kok jelek gini sih? Kok orangnya ada lagi sih? Alah. Ayo udah nggak usah lah. Salah pencet gue. Salah pencet gue. Dari ke kiri ya. Iya. Wait. Untuk apa saya
Aroma from these
menemukan
plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid. can't let you leave, even if you want to.
Lagunya musiknya enak juga guys. Kuro Games ini nggak kalah sama Kuro Games nggak kalah sama MiHoYo cuy. Tapi lebih orkestral sih. Tapi gue lebih demen yang ini sih, Kuro. Musiknya enak bagi gua. Tiap orang kan taste-nya beda-beda kan. The sword. I draw that sword. Nope, I didn't draw that sword.
Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true
Makanya
form.
pedang gratis kita. Kalau iya, saya akan dengan senang hati menggunakannya.
A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
Why?
Both Jinzhou and Jue owe you their future.
Hey!
That makes you the only
How much
person
burden in my
this
back?
task.
Si ini emang tanggung jawabnya banyak banget anjir. Sonator ini, rover ini. Hai.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time
Aslinya
in
tuh gua
Renacita.
gak banyak komen.
I
Jujur
can
ya,
offer
gua
you a
orangnya
glimpse
nggak banyak
into
komen.
Renacita's past,
Doang kan untuk YouTube
and
aja.
you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
Tapi dalam hati gua elah banyak
There
banget dah.
might still be a
Yaudahlah.
path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some
Karena
stained glass
tanggung jawab
images.
itu gak bisa lepas.
The story it told was very similar to what you've
Orang
described,
mikir kita bisa lepas dari tanggung jawab.
only more
Nggak bisa
biased
lepas.
towards the Order.
Dari lu pertama kali
It
bernapas.
mentioned a maiden who would
Dia udah punya
emerge
tanggung
as the
jawab.
Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Gue tergiur sama pedangnya guys dari tadi guys.
The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the
Gua nginget
Imperator's
pedang-pedang kayak
own.
gini dulu gue SD sempet gambar
This
pedang-pedang
is
kayak
how
gitu.
the Sword of Divinity,
Sempet gua gambar pedang-pedang
Turvin,
gitu kan.
came to
Kertas.
be. A blade
macam dan
sealed
banyak
with the
model.
very powers of the
Hilang
Sentinel
kertasnya, sumpah.
and the artifact used to select their
Hilang
resonator.
kertasnya.
To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only
Semenjak
the
itu
chosen
udahlah,
one
mampir
may
mau gambar
hope
lagi.
to
Gue udah
draw
gambar
it.
susah payah banyak loh. Ada kali
Then,
5 lebih. Mungkin
What
10.
about Cardathea?
Gue bikin dalam berapa? 1
The
hari.
martyred maiden, The nature of her resonance is
Terus
unclear to me.
bukan cuma berenang.
Perhaps she
Dibes-
resonated with the
hilang, dibuang.
Threnodian,
Sama
or
temen gua.
perhaps with the
Ah,
Sentinel
capek.
in its corrupted form. But choosing
Dibuang sama
her
temen gua.
could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Thessalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers, while overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance.
Mati, guys.
I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also
Why?
learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator,
Hah?
at least it would
Berapa?
prove that neither are lying.
Sama apa? Gak bisa satu doang. Ini kan Alpha Midi kan. Gak bisa satu doang, minimal 50.000. Terus ya udah nggak jadi. Makanya kangen bareng-bareng kalau mau beli.
Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction.
Si shortkeeper.
That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Kata dia, cakep-cakep tuh. Sword, yes. Hah, hah, hah. Jangan punya orang. Instingku mengandalkan ini. Hah. Pakai aja lah, cuma game doang.
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable strength.
Oi. Huyo! Let's go! My sword! Oh, my sword. How come?
Rover, who are you really?
I don't know. It's just the sword.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Anyone?
Please, enlighten me.
Okay.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity, and yet here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
No.
Then I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
What is about finding a better? We have a deal. We have a deal.
Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator's Sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
Are you sure about that?
So you're the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonorosphere?
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a
Bang, di
jellyfish,
game MUA ada item limited kayak Genshin nggak? Senjata
there is a
limited.
cable
Dapat
car in the
limited.
lower levels of the Phasalia estate that
Nggak tahu
leads
dah.
directly
Kayaknya iya
to the
deh.
Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Masih dipakai? Hah? Hold on a minute. What is that then? Sejauh ini sih gue belum nemu ya. Limited gitu. Oh, ada deh, ada.
A cable car that leads directly. I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, Sonorosphere.
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Thessalians and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school. The elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access.
Wind, guide me.
Wah, gila, tempatnya terlalu bagus. Gua jujur kalau gue bilang artnya emang terlalu bagus. Tapi kalau style kayaknya masih megang di Hoyo.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh, and what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation.
Bang, di game gua ada item limited kayak Genshin.
Outside, they call me the Bane. But historically, every head of the Thessalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet.
Banyak kata-kata baru ya yang gua denger ya di Wuwa di sini ya. Banyak kata-kata susah sih. Lebih tepatnya. Ini tidak mengerti sama sekali itu bahasa Indonesianya.
Itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Aha. Kalau pakai dia, kalau begitu kita lihat.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Ternyata 70. Wah, lumayan gede juga itu. Kredit 57. Damage, damage dia sacrifice dia.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Ini kompleks nih, gua nggak demen guys, terlalu susah makanya. Kemarin gua trial kan, nyoba trial pakai karakter ini, terlalu kompleks buat gua.
Strange.
Udah gitu lemot lagi dia, tipenya bukan tipe yang fast hand.
And there's no tacit fear in the back. Could they have come from the sonorous itself?
Paling simpel tuh berat nih, beneran dah. Paling demen gue pakai berat.
In the whispers of
Think there would be gold plus here.
Udah mana healing dia. Peran itu ini guys, tipe hero.
Would you mind swearing?
I'd better not ask what you meant.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trial and was crowned by
Iya
the
katanya dia
Order.
swimming lebih cepat ya.
A day when belief burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none
Bensin juga
escaped.
ada sih.
These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinasita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold.
Bentar. Dia nge-heal juga.
Tides have whispered of your arrival.
Oh iya dong. Alron juga. Waduh. Tapi enggak lah. Tetap berat.
Just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Curtin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the sonorosphere's interior.
Peran paling lucu.
It sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartithia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself, for now. But the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest. Engulfed by seas? Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is full. But now is not the time, is it? What we want has a way of appearing when least expected.
Bisa mode foto nggak ya? Bisa dong. Oh dia nggak punya. Apa kita nggak punya karakter aja bisa. Yang awal-awal streaming gue ngejelasin nih. Gue coba masuk, coba nerobos, siapa tahu ada bug.
The sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Tervin is the key to entering the sonorosphere. And who can wield the sword of divinity but a blessed maiden?
Oh, bisa dong. Harus event dulu ternyata. Black. Jadi film-film. Sat. Oh enggak anjir, diluncurin energi anjing. Oh enggak, ditusuk aja langsung. Gila. Kalah mulu gua. Oh, wow. How many swords? 3 swords. Itu udah masuk.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartithia, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the sort of divinity. Turvin. One with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it?
Yep, I wouldn't mind. You said you're touching it! You are not touching it! Touch it!
The question of whose resonator I am
That's not
is now
touching
perfectly clear.
Examine line.
If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet.
Banyak minum tadi.
That doesn't prove you're the Thenodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh?
Dulu ya guys ya. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I'm back.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Thenodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are 2 other swords. The sword of discord, Hogness, and the sword of virtue, Haltia.
How do you remember 3 pedestal as well?
Yes. Did you see them too?
Hah?
Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower.
Ya nggak apa-apa, main-main doang. Kabur. Coba sendiri. Okay, I'm back.
But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden,
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. And I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cartathea back there.
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Let this work now. Oh my gosh.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too. I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Ah?
Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head.
Hey.
This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave them.
Udah ngapa gue pakai ini?
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Layar. Pasang nggak layar. Bisa muncul tiba-tiba gitu dari air. Buset.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that suggestion.
The 2 of you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
I am afraid, but not of the answer. I fear never finding one at all. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
Ya ampun. nonton film Neja ya guys. Jadi di dalam ketegangan itu selalu ada yang
That won't happen again.
bikin nggak tegang gitu.
As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
Itu yang gue demen sih. Kayak hal tegang tuh bisa dibikin nggak tegang sama dia.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first dark tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the dark tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
If the Thenodian created the dark tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More dark tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
Sounds come forth. Hopefully this helps.
Gue perlu pising nih kayaknya. Patah-patah soalnya.
Break.
Bisa. Kita bisa jalan nanti gak sih? Oh, usah nanti lah. Luas banget coy. Iya.
The vines are remnants of the dark tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and
Tonight, all the riddles are solved. Behold, the elixir of resurrection.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
You are back.
What a night to remember.
Sabar dulu. Musuh ya.
Hopefully this helps. Spurs.
Strike from the shadows.
Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. Moment of resonance. Break. Remnants of the past.
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Hopefully this helps. One more time. I sense your weakness. Strike from the shadows. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. I sense your weakness.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns. Everyone's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Agak pusing sih ngeliatnya yang muter itu ya. Gila, berubah kita coy.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Don't worry about that for now. Another water rise is coming. Want something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Kira agak susah ya. Bisa gitu cuy, gila. Yes.
An unexpected discovery. By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
That's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too.
Jadi macam tuh. Apa ya? Wah, lagunya enak.
Let's get off here. There it is, up there. Judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
An unexpected discovery.
That's it. A tacitite device.
Hopefully this helps.
Oh no, you don't.
Strike from the shadows.
Hopefully this helps.
This should do the trick.
What trick?
The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps.
Sudah kan? Udah lagi.
No hesitation.
Alah. Support lu.
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark. Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex.
An unexpected discovery.
Kalau gagal gimana ya? Lu kasih loading, kasih ini. Entah kenapa gue merasa kayak balik lagi.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
I can take care of myself. If it comes to that, I'll still remember the girl who cared enough to worry about me.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, phone.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured? Well, you seem to be in perfect shape to me. But if you say so, I can offer you a strong elixir.
No, thank you.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this.
Dikasih beneran. Abuset. That's a very little activity. Lah, jadi tangga juga akhirnya. Ada waktunya, cu. Ada waktunya kah?
There's no knowing what will happen once Tervin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
Ada investigate anomali in the tower.
Wind, guide me.
Itu bisa kan? Nggak bisa. Ternyata tidak bisa, kawan. Ya sudah.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One, will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden, Fleur-de-lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion. I should ask you that. What did you do just now, huh? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal had something to do with it?
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big gigantor back in Jinjo.
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cardothea, That means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us. Huh?
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonorosphere. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well. Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Optional. Talk both optional.
Possibly won't be at a time like this.
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and Phasalia gradually withdrew from the public eye.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change your beliefs?
No. The reasons for the Phasalia family relinquishing their pride and enduring disgrace are far more intricate than that.
What do you mean?
Nggak dijawab lagi.
Long ago,
Nggak dijawab lagi.
Turvin was actually given to the Phasalia family by the first Primus, Napoli II. When the conflict had settled, he arranged a private meeting with the head of the family to reveal the truths behind the pilgrimage. He told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no sanctuary, only a battlefield filled with darkness and suffering. The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity, but the seductive whispers of the Threnodian, casting a lure for puppets to bite. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread a spiritual plague. You see, it requires a puppet to carry its voice. The Sentinel realized the Threnodian's plots, and thus the first dark tide was launched as a hasty reaping of Raguna and the Sentinel. To save Raguna from the grim fate brought by the dark tide, the Sentinel split a portion of their power and entrusted it to Napoli II. This power allowed him to imbue the echoes with the strength to repel the tacit discords, and purify the dark tide.
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in the stained glass?
Yes. The other part was kept inside Turvin. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body, transforming the Sentinel into the form you see today.
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus should have been on Imperator's side. Did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart, caught in the ceaseless struggle between the Threnodian and the Sentinel. Within the body they now shared. The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's influence. As the two divinities vied for dominance, he succumbed to many misdeeds against his own people. In the end, during that private meeting, he confessed the truth to the head of the Thessalians and begged for release.
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Thessalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was to submit to their cause and keep the secret locked away in our hearts, waiting for the right moment to act. Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
You were pretty harsh on Cardathea.
Before I learned of those record secrets, I had only seen her from afar, heard tales of her accomplishments. While I would be willing to believe she stands with humanity, the more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, the more I must strip them away and think rationally. It's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own, and not the whispers I hear in the dark. Now, what could you possibly... A trivial experiment. A test designed to find those with the strongest wills and force them into resonating with Turvin. Yet after trying for so long, all we got was the answer, the maiden is dead.
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation. Better to stop pressing.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Are you going to search those areas we passed before?
The more clues, the better, don't you think? Oh, and take this.
What is it?
Afraid I've slipped something extra in? Or perhaps you're contemplating dinner with me.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the Thessalia family packs her own food.
Food is always an easy target for those who find me less than pleasing.
Oh, food! Mana Cardathea? Cardathea, where are you? Cardathea. Oh,
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. It is paradise.
I take it you don't mean that in a good way.
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow, despair, and dullness of heart cease to exist. There, deacons from a literal standpoint, this line describes the dark tide perfectly. In the beginning, the dark tide would claim only the areas it touched, assimilating all life as its vanguard to clear the way for its spread. The dead, they would grow mouths and sing hymns, day and night. They didn't need eyes or ears, for their purpose was to spread blindness and madness. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the Leviathan's creed, and for those already deceived, it was all but inevitable. When a soul is corrupted to its core, it will sing hymns without end on its sleepless journey to merge with the dark tide. And when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land consumed by the dark tide will begin its pilgrimage, drawn by darkened skies, spreading its gospel to wherever it lands next. The final act of the dark tide is the journeying paradise.
Is this the future you saw after coming into contact with the dark tide?
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. That was its name before it became a sonorosphere. This seminary, built on an island, was not just a place of learning, but also a sanctuary for raising dragon echoes.
What did they teach?
The order scriptures, geography, history, and combat skills.
Shouldn't a seminary focus more on cultural arts?
This was a seminary reserved only for resonators, so naturally, their talents were put to more practical use. Besides, the doctrine of salvation emphasized the importance of combat. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. The sword of discord, Hogness, and the sword of virtue, Haltir. I can't remember anything else about Hogness. But as for Haltir, it was my former blade. How did it end up being one of the swords that can break the seal?
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. It's safer this way. You should get some rest. We'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
Tomorrow! Yes, please. Abby, are you alright?
You mean besides being squashed behind that blue thing? Yeah, I guess. Listen, I figured something out about that frequency.
What? What
It's
is it?
not a single frequency. It's like it's mixed up with something else. Or kinda like a piece of cookie that's been crumbled in with everything else. Which is why it's so hard to get a good bite.
You try to eat it? You joking me, man?
To see if it was a threat. I can now say with certainty that it isn't. But
Okay.
since it's a crumbly mess, other than taking up space, it's pretty useless.
We might encounter something similar at the next 2 pedestals. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Will do. You can count on me. 100%.
Wes, kita udahan dulu ya guys ya. Sampai jumpa di next stream. Bye bye. Thank you yang udah nonton.